Welcome back to the channel, my friends. I know it's been some time, but your boy is back on YouTube. And I'm back with some secrets that need to be exposed. And to be honest, I've been sitting on this for a few months now, debating whether or not to talk about it. And since I'm not promoting this video with Google ads or anything, if you're watching this, thanks for being a part of my algorithm. Now let me ask you something. How many times have you hit a Cloudflare protected site during your bug bounty hunting and just give up after that? Come on, be honest. I know I have. That orange cloud has probably killed more pen test dreams than any other WAF out there. But here's the thing, guys. Even though Cloudflare is the most popular web application firewall on the market, and chances are pretty high you've come across it in your bug bounty hunting, what if I told you that I purposely look for Cloudflare? Why? Because a shocking number of companies have it misconfigured in a way that exposes their origin IP. And that's the exact thing they're paying Cloudflare to protect. And this is called a direct-to-origin bypass via host header override. And here's what's happening. When you visit a Cloudflare protected site, your traffic goes you, Cloudflare,
a few moments later,
then the origin server. All the security happens at Cloudflare. Rate limiting, SQL injection filters, cross-site scripting protection, distributed denial of service mitigation, the whole 9 yards, right? But if you can find the origin server's IP and it's misconfigured, you can go from you to origin server directly. Every single security control bypassed. It's like having a bouncer at the front door while the back door is wide open. And from there, you can pivot to mapping the network infrastructure, conducting further recon, or even launching targeted attacks. And this maps directly to CWE 693, Protection Mechanism Failure. Basically, security control that's not implemented correctly, allowing exploitation of the system's weaknesses. So last month, I reported this vulnerability on a public government scope, and my report was accepted. That validation inspired me to go deeper. So I spent my time off camera creating an amazing Python reconnaissance script that hunts for this specific misconfiguration. And the results? I found close to 10 different misconfigured Cloudflare implementations. Government sites, corporate infrastructures, you name it, I found it. Each one completely bypassing thousands of dollars worth of security controls. Now, you would think this would be a slam dunk to report on Hackerone, right? Especially since my government domain report was accepted. Multiple other Hackerone reports for the same vulnerability have been accepted and paid out. It's a legitimate CWE. Well, my friends, you're wrong. This is where things get interesting. So let me dig into some of my favorite responses that I recently got.
Thank you for your report. After review, there doesn't seem to be any significant security impact as a result of the behavior you are describing. Discovering the IP address of the origin server is not considered sensitive. I'm closing this report as informative. While I appreciate you demonstrating the Cloudflare bypass, a WAF bypass alone isn't considered a security vulnerability. The ability to bypass Cloudflare and reach the origin server directly is interesting. It doesn't represent a security risk by itself. I understand the technical effort that went into discovering this bypass, and it's certainly worth us reviewing our configuration. Thank you for your report. Based on your initial description, there do not appear to be any security implications as a direct result of this behavior.
Report is valid. Secret letters. Thank you for bringing this concern to our attention. You are absolutely correct that these sites should be protected by the Cloudflare WAF and should not be able to be bypassed directly via the Azure backend. I have submitted a ticket to our security engineering team to address this concern. Thank you again for your perseverance, and I apologize that the report was closed incorrectly.
And here's the thing that drives me really crazy. Whether your vulnerability gets accepted depends entirely on which triager reads your report that day. It's like playing a vulnerability roulette. One triager understands the infrastructure security. Another one dismisses it as not impactful. Same vulnerability, same program, completely different outcomes. When you bypass Cloudflare, you're evading all rate limiting, bypassing web application firewall rules such as SQL injection, cross-site scripting filters gone. You're avoiding distributed denial of service protection. You're revealing the real infrastructure technology, the technology stack, the server headers, everything. And you're also potentially accessing development endpoints that Cloudflare is trying to hide. Companies pay thousands of dollars a month for Cloudflare enterprise protection. And this misconfiguration makes that investment worthless. You would think these companies would want to know that, but I've been getting pigeonholed by Hackerone Triage. Now, if you want a copy of my awesome Python recon script, go ahead and hit me up on Discord. But I recommend using it just as another tool in your bug bounty toolkit and not as your only approach. If you do report these findings, you're really rolling the dice. You might get a triager who understands infrastructure security and rewards you properly, or you might get someone who thinks that an origin IP disclosure is about as threatening as a goldfish in a fish tank. My advice though, document everything, show clear impact, compare responses from Cloudflare versus direct origin access, prove that security controls are being bypassed, and if they reject it, push back. Reference other accepted reports, even though that's what I did and they still rejected it. But don't let the lazy triager kill valid findings, because you can't come across a good triager who understands and will accept this vulnerability. In the end though, the inconsistency in bug bounty triage is a real problem, but these vulnerabilities and misconfigurations are real too. Cloudflare misconfigurations are everywhere, and they represent a serious security risk that companies should at least know about and address. Otherwise, why are they paying Cloudflare? Keep hunting, my friends, keep learning, and most importantly, don't give up when you know you found something legitimate, even if it's the smallest thing. Sometimes the biggest challenges isn't finding the vulnerabilities, it's getting someone to understand why it matters. Now, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. And until the next video, I'll see you guys out there on the hunt.